It's been 17 years since the original Kingdom Hearts was released on the PlayStation 2 as a crossover between the Final Fantasy series and Disney, the crossover that nobody knew they wanted until it happened. With the latest game in the series finally out for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, has it lived up to expectations? Welcome to Spark Select, and in this video I aim to answer that question. Let's get to work. First, we'll discuss the story. If you haven't completed the game yet, be warned that this will contain spoilers for Kingdom Hearts 3. So, the story starts where 0.2 ends, with Sora, Donald and Goofy arriving at Mount Olympus to meet up with Hercules. It felt good to jump directly into the action, unlike Kingdom Hearts 2 where it takes about 2 hours before you even start playing as Sora. The stories that are told through each of the 6 Disney worlds, not including 100 Acre Wood, are told better than any previous game. My only annoyance with this is that the worlds based on Frozen and Tangled stick too close to the stories of their respective films, and I personally preferred the worlds with brand new stories, such as the worlds of Toy Story or Monsters Inc. As for the overall narrative of the game, the pacing felt really weird. In each world you will get a little bit of story, usually by the arrival of a member of Organization 13, but it's not until you have completed all Disney worlds and have gathered the 7 Guardians of Light for the final battle that the story really starts to pick up. From that moment, everything feels exciting and climactic, especially if you've been following the entire story of the franchise. As someone that has played all the games in the series that are available on the PS4, it felt incredible to be facing off against each member of the organisation in the Keyblade Graveyard, culminating with a final fight against Xehanort. However, for someone who is jumping into Kingdom Hearts 3 as their first Kingdom Hearts game, it is likely that they won't understand any of the story beats that play out, but they can at the very least enjoy the familiarities that the Disney worlds have to offer. As for the Final Fantasy characters, they don't appear at all, which is a weird decision as they played a major part in previous entries of the franchise. I would have liked to see the storylines continue. Hopefully we haven't seen the last of them. Now, the gameplay seems to be the area which the Kingdom Hearts fandom seem to be most divided over. The combat, while fun, fluid and fast, is honestly just too easy. Even on Proud Mode, which is the hardest difficulty and is intended to challenge the player, I felt like I was invincible. Using features like attractions, which take the form of Disneyland rides, and summons, which call various Disney characters to your side to aid you in battle, you can easily obliterate anything that stands in your way without too much trouble. Using these attacks make you feel overpowered and never challenged. Thankfully, it has been confirmed that Critical Mode will be released in a future update, which will hopefully provide that much needed challenge to this game. Flow motion is also back, which first appeared in Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance, but this time it's scaled back, to the point where it almost feels pointless. You are very rarely required to use it, as opposed to Dream Drop Distance where it played a vital role in pretty much every combat encounter. Out of all the worlds that you travel to, the Caribbean is the most impressive by far. Naval combat is a new mechanic that is featured in this level, and it works surprisingly well, even giving you the options to upgrade your ship. Collecting treasure has never felt so good than when you're sailing to different islands and down under the depths of the sea to explore various shipwrecks. Arendelle, on the other hand, was one of my biggest disappointments. It certainly feels like less effort was made compared to the other worlds. This world essentially boils down to climbing up a mountain, getting knocked down, climbing up again, getting knocked down again. You get the point. A few of the worlds have a unique mechanic that they utilise, such as the previously mentioned naval combat, or using Goofy's shield as a sled to ride down the mountains of Arendelle, or even controlling a mech through a shopping centre. There's so much variety in everything you do in this game that you should never get bored. There are, however, a couple of notable omissions that would have been a nice touch, such as the Olympus Coliseum or any meaningful secret bosses. Square Enix may be saving this for future DLC, which will only make this game even better. Now, my biggest disappointment has to be how bare bones 100 Acre Wood felt. It is essentially playing the same minigame a few times and then leaving. As one of the worlds I always look forward to playing in these games, I couldn't help but feel extremely underwhelmed. And of course we need to talk about the Gummy Ship. I was so surprised at how much I enjoyed flying around in the Gummy Ship. I really didn't like those segments of Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, so to see that it's been given a complete overhaul to be incredibly entertaining is a nice touch. It's also a feature that you can choose to mostly ignore if you want to. Yes, you still have to use it to travel between worlds, but you can completely ignore combat and just fly to your destination with no repercussions. I'm going to keep this short, because quite simply, the entire game is breathtakingly beautiful. Every single world that Sora, Donald and Goofy find themselves in really makes you feel that you have walked through a doorway into your favourite Disney movies. From the lush green hills of Corona to the expansive oceans of the Caribbean, every world is incredibly detailed and huge when you compare it to previous games in the series. It would have been nice if we had a couple more original worlds to explore, such as Radiant Garden or Traverse Town, but what is here is nothing short of spectacular. Overall, this game isn't perfect, but everything it does right, it does extremely well, and most of my issues with it are minor and don't detract enough from the experience to prevent me from enjoying everything it has to offer. Therefore, I'm going to give Kingdom Hearts 3 an 8.5 out of 10. So, have you played Kingdom Hearts 3? We would love to know what you think of it in the comments below, and please like and subscribe for more content from us.